I spend some time on the Twitter and the Reddit, and every once in a while I stumble across an indie game, but I never really take much interest in them. I always just say to myself, oh, that's cool, and it slides out of my mind, kinda how all my education did before exams. But a few weeks ago, I saw something different, something special. A video of a little plague doctor caught my eye, and after I watched the whole thing, I freaked out. It looked so perfect, so smooth, so pretty, so everything, and I just wanted it. So I did all the research I could on it. I watched all the videos, I read all the information, I kept up with all the tweets. I even became mod on the Discord server for some godforsaken reason, but I was still hungry. So I made this to show you why Crowsworn could be the perfect Metroidvania. Crowsworn is a new indie game in development by Mongoose Rodeo, a small team of 2 developers, Alex Kuzmanovic and Alex Duarte. And while I couldn't find much on Duarte, Kuzmanovic is already an established developer with his hit game, Unworthy, released back in 2018. Mongoose Rodeo was recently joined by Matthew Griffin, but you probably know him as Leth from his work with Team Cherry as marketing director for Hollow Knight. This stacked lineup is the team coming together to make what we're all here for, Crowsworn. But before I tell you about the game, I want you to see why this game has garnered the attention that it has. Here's a clip. Isn't that amazing? As you just saw, you play as a sort of medieval plague doctor with, well, guns, as you try to rid the land of fear and all of its curse. As of right now, that's pretty much all we know about the story. It's really similar to Bloodborne and Hollow Knight in this regard, as in those games you try to vanquish a plague and an infection. I would bet that Crowsworn will tell its story in a very Soulsy fashion like these games for a few reasons. One is simply its already Souls-like setting. The game is gloomy. That's no secret, and we've seen a few instances of Soul-style NPC dialogue already, putting it right on track for that type of storytelling. I can't wait to have to watch a lore video on YouTube so I can understand when I'm supposed to feel sad. The second, more straightforward reason is that the devs claimed inspiration from Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, and Devil May Cry in the recent interview with Relia. In both Bloodborne and Hollow Knight have similar NPC-driven storylines. I've explained a bit of the Hollow Knight and Bloodborne influence, but both of those are pretty clear at first glance. Every time I see something posted about the game online, one of the comments is always, "That looks like Hollow Knight," and "That's a Hollow Knight ripoff." That second one really gets to me. The game is a Metroidvania, and Hollow Knight's also Metroidvania. That doesn't mean they're the same thing. I'm not saying Crowsworn isn't like Hollow Knight at all. In fact, I hope it's a lot like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's my favorite game of all time, and has some amazing ideas and mechanics that I wish so many other games would implement, and Crowsworn is doing just that, using the ideas of other massively successful franchises and blending them with their own style. This also goes for the stolen Bloodborne aesthetic too. I don't think it's bad that we have another game that looks like Bloodborne. If people would have complained about the setting like this for every other video game genre, Call of Duty would just not be a thing. But to be honest, that would probably be good, but that's besides the point. Another similarity I've seen pointed out by fans was in the Lamp video that Mongoose Rodeo recently tweeted out. In the video, the team showcases a really cool new mechanic that resembles the Bash from Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I doubt this was intentional, as they haven't talked about Ori as an inspiration to my knowledge, but Ori is known to have some of the greatest feeling movement in a Metroidvania. And if Crowsworn is going to be like that, I'm definitely not complaining. And just look at those chain animations. I said earlier that the devs took inspiration from a few games, one of them being the Devil May Cry series. And I won't lie to you, I know next to nothing about DMC, but from what I've seen watching people play, the combat looks really fun and the bosses look really cool. And while we're at it, why not just acknowledge how the game is impacted from its Metroidvania predecessors, Super Metroid and Castlevania. What I'm trying to say here is that Crowsworn is packing all of the awesome stuff we love from our favorite games into one stupidly cool package. Mechanics from Hollow Knight, Bloodborne, Devil May Cry, Ori, Super Metroid, Castlevania, and even Mario Kart. Like, what the heck? Why is this here? I want this. I need this. All of these different pieces combined with the new ideas that the devs have in store could possibly create the best Metroidvania of all time. And I want you alongside me for the ride. So make sure to follow them on Twitter and Kickstarter and join the Discord. I'll put all the stuff in the description, don't worry. Just whatever you do. Don't ask how the top hat stays on. You don't want to know. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I know it's a bit different from what I usually do, but I'm just really excited for this game. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Peace.